presentation, and my presentation topic is session management in Servlet by using HttpSession. Today here we are going to discuss about what is session, type of session, HttpSession interface, and example of HttpSession interface. First is what is session, meaning of session. The general meaning of session is any kind of meeting and time provided to any kind of meeting, any kind of classroom, any kind of code session. This is the general meaning of session. But in computer language, session means also same. But here the session means is any particular time, provided time user spent on any specific website, and all the activity of the user get on a one particular data is called a session. Session is a period of time user spend on a specific time website. Whenever user log in any website, the website validates the user's data and trace every activity of user and store it in our server side. This is basically what we call the session. Here in this figure you can see that once user log in a server create a session ID and store user's data. And after the login, whenever user login in a website again, the session server provide that data to session user again. So the user's data stored on a user's application server. To create session in a Servlet, there are four types: cookie, by using cookie event form field, URL rewriting, and by using session object. Here we are going to discuss about one of the most popular methods used in a session creation which is HttpSession. HttpSession is an interface, and HttpSession is a secure and most used method to create a session in a Servlet. HttpSession is stored in Java the Servlet.http package. HttpSession is used get parameter, get attribute, and set attribute method to set a value of a session. These all are the method of HttpSession. First is get session. Get session is used to get the value of a session. Second is get session boolean. Get session, we can write get session method by using the two things. One is without parameter and second is a with parameter boolean value. Whenever we write with get session true, if any session is not created, then it create any session. And whenever we write get session false, then if session is not created, then it return a null value and not create any other session. Get creation time. This method is used to get the time when session is created. Last access time. Get last access time. This method is used to get the last access time of a session. Invalidate. Invalidate method is used to remove all the session object. So it basically remove all the object from the server side and return null value. Remove attribute. Whenever you can use the invalidate method to remove all the session attribute. But what if you have to remove only one attribute? Then you can use remove attribute method. By using the invalidate method, you can remove every object of session. But by using the remove attribute, only one object is removed. If we have 100 of attribute in one file and we want to remove only one parameter, which is user's name, from the session, then you can pass that parameter session name on the get remove attribute method. Last one is set max invalidate interval. If you want to remove session in a particular amount of time, then you can pass that second in increase the value in this function. Now let's see one example of the session, HttpSession. To implement session, here we have a first file which is index.html. Basically, the Servlet is used to create web application, and mostly Servlet is used with JSP. But for a beginner at initial stage, the HTML is a better option to start with. Here we have value set. This set redirects to a form in another page. We give this reference of this set in our web file here. In HTML file, we used two input text box, username and password, and one submit button. Our second file is web.xml file. It's also known as a deployment description file. Here we have a main three tags: web.x, Servlet, and the Servlet backend. Servlet have a Servlet name and Servlet class. Servlet name must be sent in both Servlet and Servlet backend tag. Whenever this file will get loaded, the server will list the first tag, name of both the servlet, and then website URL and class. And after making with this URL, file get redirected to a set.session Java file. This is our set.session Java file. Here we implement all necessary packages to implement this HttpSession. In doGet method, we write code of our Java. We can write a do post also, but by default method is doGet. In doGet, by using the response object which we created here, we are using a method setContentType. setContentType is used to get a content type of a web application. We can set images, text, and any kind of file. After setContentType method, we get one string object with a request object which we initialize here. And after that, we use the getParameter method in which we pass the name of our input text box which is here, and it may both the file. After that, we use the printWriter class and create object of printWriter class by using the getWriter method. In further, we create a HttpSession object by using HttpSession interface. Our object name is session, and get a value of a session by using request.getSession. And here we print the value of our session and set a value of a session. This you can pass any kind of name in here, and the variable name which we created here in a second parameter. After this, we have a two file. We don't have any kind of connection with each other. It doesn't provide any kind of link in this page. And we have a two file, getSession and setSession. But both the file doesn't have any kind of relation with each other. But here we use the session, so we can get data of our first file in a second file without any connection. In second file, getSession, we use the setContent, printWriter, and HttpSession as we discussed above. Here we create one string object and session with getAttribute method. Session return object. We need to transfer in to string. So here we use the typecasting of that object in a string, and in a parameter we pass the value of a session which we write here. We get a value of a username and password, and after that we print the both value. And here we provide one hyperlink of another file to delete that value. In web.xml file, we give another URL pattern which is get, and we get redirect to a session. Whenever user clicks to that particular hyperlink, then user redirect to the from remove pattern, user redirect to the remove session class Java file. Here in remove session Java file, we use the remove attribute method to remove only one attribute username. You can also use the invalidate method to remove all the attribute of user session. And after that, we print the session value to show null value. Now let's check output of this program. and servlet file, you need to create web INF and class file. If you want to check what the structure we used in Java, then you can check in our YouTube channel. We already have posted a video about that. Here, in the first user text box, we write a sample, and in another, we write a password, and then login. This message shows login session is created, and now it doesn't have any kind of link between two pages, but we have created it by using session. So if you write URL pattern of a second servlet file, then a URL pattern of second servlet file is get. Then it returns a value of a sample, value of username and password, and which we pass here. This value is written here. After clicking on a destroy, it destroyed only one value, username, because we provide a remove attribute method. And if user close the browser, then all the data will remove directly. Now we close the browser and open it again. Here we open a get file again. So you can see that it writes a null value because our browser is closed and our session is destroyed automatically. Whenever you close the browser, session get destroyed automatically, and after a 30-minute session also get destroyed automatically. So that's all about today's